I've been an athlete pretty much my whole life. And so I was able to still stay active, but not as active as I wanted to. My name is Steve Messerly, and this is my Aviv story. My body started to deteriorate. I started to experience injuries, and then I go through the cycle of doing no athletic activity. And when I would get injured, and then you would lay off. I probably had what you probably call a little brain fog. I was looking for a healthy longevity. What Aviv did, for me, it was like preseason basketball training. I was getting up at 4:30 in the morning. I would come here early. I'd walk the stairs. I'd walk the hallways. I'd have 10,000 steps before I even left Aviv in the morning. And it was due in part to having a set regimen and following the program. So with Aviv, I started out with the neuropsychologist, going through that part of the program, the Brain HQ, which I found improved my mental acuity and awareness significantly. Physically, we had a physical therapist that I worked with Ankita, and I worked with Randy on the golf motion. So my range of motion improved significantly. Randy was able to identify things in my golf swing that were hindering me. My increase in weights is over 100%, my increase in strength, grip strength. And then we had the nutritionist. And with nutrition, what I found was that as you get older, you need more protein. My protein levels were maybe at best 50% of the required amount they wanted me to have. So I increased that significantly to maintain muscle mass. And then of course, the main component is the hyperbaric chamber. And then being in there for 2 hours a day, breathing 100% medical grade oxygen for 20 minutes, and then being off 5 minutes so that the brain sends signals to the body to create the stem cells. And that, after a week of that, my, again, the mental acuity, my visual colors were brighter, my oxygen volume that I take in, there was a 44% increase there. And now I walk around without pain. I don't take my arthritis medication anymore. I don't have injuries. I'm able to do a lot more than I was probably when I was in my 50s. And so the minute I walked out of that chamber for the last time and celebrated that 60th dive, I was like, wow, I feel like a whole new person. And that's after a lifetime of wear and tear on the body. Everybody here was on point, very professional, experts in their own field, and over and above in terms of customer service and how they treated the clients. They still monitor you, they still check on you, which is important, again, to keep track of those metrics, make sure it's measurable, make sure you're getting your outcomes, and like I said, getting a good bang for your buck here, that it continues on for over a year, probably more. This is an investment. It's an investment in your health, it's an investment in your future, your family. But for me, it was that healthy longevity, and I've more than got a return on my investment. I started this presentation with the question, why Aviv? And I ended the program with the answer to that. And it was a picture of me with my 2 grandkids. And I said, that's why Aviv. Healthy longevity. I want to see my grandchildren graduate from high school, from college, and I'd love to see them get married. So that's another 20 years of healthy longevity. I'd like to live another 20 and be healthy to see all of those things. So to me, that was the answer. I live for my grandkids.